secondary level. Code number for this subject is 317. Today we are going to do lesson number 6. The name of the lesson is on the screen. It is Fundamental Rights. Now let us discuss right to equality. The first point which comes under rights to equality is equality before law. The second point, which is on the left side, it explains that right to equality means that there is no discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them. Whether the person is ST, SC, of any community, or the person is differently abled, but there is no discrimination. The person is considered equal as other all. The third point which comes under right to equality is that there is equality of opportunity in matters of all the public employment. And the fourth point which comes under right to equality is there is untouchability. The fifth point is abolition of titles. We will discuss all these points again in detail further. Now, this is the first point which comes under right to equality. Equality before law means that no person is above law and all are equal before law. For example, in any office, in any organization, if there is any person who is at a superior position and there is other person who is at the lower position, then inside the office the person is following the rule of seniority and some senior and junior, but outside the workplace both persons are equal before law, and that person cannot compel the other person to do the job because he or she is the boss or the senior person. They all have equal access to the courts, and equal protection of laws means that if two persons belonging to two different communities, in case they commit the same price, then both of them will get the same punishment, whether the person is rich or poor, whatever the background of the person. But committing a crime will have the same punishment on both of them. So that means equal protection of laws. The punishment would be same for all. This is the right to equality. Whether the person is rich or poor, educated or uneducated, mentally sound, for all of them these rights are equal. So this is equality before law. Now this is the second point which we had discussed under the equality of law, that there is no discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them. And there is no citizen who can be denied access to any shop, any mall, any hotel, any restaurant, or any place of public entertainment, because we have this law, right to equality. So, we cannot deny any person entering at a public place, whether the person is rich, whether the person is poor, whether the person is illiterate, any community, any gender, there is no discrimination on these grounds. And similarly, if we further try to understand this point, that neither shall anyone be denied the use of any public place like wells, tanks, bathing ghats, road, etc. Nowadays, we have some modern places, but these are the examples of the earlier time. At these places earlier, some people were not allowed, but nowadays this is our law that all people have equal rights and no one can discriminate them to not to come here, not to use these things, not to use these places. So, all people have right that they can use the general public places equally. Plus, in addition, but there is a state power. For example, there are some states, they are empowered to make special provisions for women, children, and for those communities for which they want to uplift, like upliftment of the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, or OBC classes. And the state can also reserve seats for all these categories which we just discussed. In the educational institutions, they can grant fee concessions or arrange special coaching classes for that particular group or community. And state can also think of minimizing the fee structure. They can give special coaching classes for their education. Now, this also comes under right to equality, which is abolition of untouchability. Let us now understand the first point. The first point explains that the Constitution abolishes untouchability and its practice in any form which is forbidden. Our Constitution says that all people are equal and we should not support the untouchability. The second point is that we cannot refuse admission to any person to the public institution on the grounds of the background of the person. The third point explains that we cannot prevent any person from worshipping in place of public worship. On the grounds of SC or ST or the person is poor. No, we cannot do that. Our law does not allow this. Our law says that all people are equal. This fourth point explains that also we cannot insult any member of scheduled caste on the grounds of untouchability, that you are a scheduled caste person. We cannot do this. The fifth point explains that preaching untouchability directly or indirectly in any manner is also not permitted. It is considered against the law. If any person is doing this, any kind of activity which is promoting untouchability, that is illegal. That is not correct. According to our law, it is not allowed. Thank you. Namaskar.